Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the continuation of Ixion here on your professional walkthroughs channel with me, your host, Max. So in our previous episode, we were able to establish this spaceship, and we did the jump which ripped the moon into bits and pieces, which caused a whole bunch of cataclysms on planet Earth. And that is what happened on the previous episode. In case you missed it and you want to see it, the link is in the video's description. Now, on this one, we're going to continue with the story and we're going to try to figure out what the hell is going on with the rest of the solar system. So, let's take a look at the Outer Hope. So, we're going to end this over here, and then we're going to take the Ripley ship and take it to Venus in order to find out what's going on over there. Then we are gonna jump over here, and we're gonna have to start taking a look into trying to stabilize the sector, because we are getting
a new request awaits your attention.
just way too many accidents. So that's that, and we have also started to establish this second location. So I'm starting to understand that in order for me to gain access to this region, these 4 access points need to be accessible. So that's something which I will have to keep in mind next time. Okay, let's build out the road so that we can actually gather these resources and start storing them. The road will then be decommissioned and reconstructed. And we're gonna have to establish also our food production for this region, because over here we have for now 40 people. Here we have 155 of them. I'm gonna have to store the cryogenic people or capsules in this location for now. And what I want to do is also increase the food production in here even more. Question is if we can actually put in the 3rd insect farm like here. So now we have 2 access points. We are only able to access this location through 1, however, because this location over here is kind of blocked by the Eve airlock. And we gotta keep an eye out on this hull integrity. It's kind of freaking me out. I honestly think I will have to build another one in order to deal with the never-ending demands for the hull stability. So if we would go into the space section and go with the Eve airlock, over here we cannot actually do it because there's some sort of obstruction.
A side ship has arrived.
Theoretically, I can do it over here. And if I do that, then I should be able to theoretically have a increased maintenance of our hull's integrity. Because right now it's not going really well. Right now it's really not going really well. So this one should be accessible over here. We are missing, however, the polymers or the alloys. Sorry, the polymers are the other resource, but we will have to store those as well. Okay, let's try to create a road towards these resources so that we can utilize them. And the road will then be decommissioned anyhow. So here is where we store the food for the population. We need to have at least 5, I believe, in order to keep the population fed and keep them happy. It's gonna be kind of tricky though, but we will try our best. Okay, so acknowledging, and let's go and research. We can do cryonic center. So this way we would actually be able to unfreeze the people who are in these cryonic pods, and we will be able to use them as additional workforce. Now I'm really hoping that the iron production is gonna bump up here, because we're starting to see a kind of a lack of resources being accessible here, but that should be okay. So what do we have on Venus? So probe data has revealed mining and industrial infrastructure below the surface of Venus. Summary of intelligence on Morbius station. According to reports from the exploration team, the subterranean sites consists of mining infrastructure and a large assembly line. Many emballed bodies were found in the area. The line seems to have been originally used to fabricate solar sails. Tiquin engineers suggest that the minor repairs it could be restarted. So we can restart the assembly line and let's give it a shot. We do have the alloys, and we should have access to iron, which is turned into alloys anyhow. So the Ripley is gonna be over there, and we can theoretically send out the probe in order to find something new somewhere. So let's see if there is anything. So there's some decent deposits of hydrogen here, another large deposit of iron. There's some iron deposit and some silicon. So over here, if I would send it, that would be nice. And what else? What else? There's some science research over there. So maybe another planet or maybe another station. Who knows? Who knows? So back to this view. Grab all of these bits and pieces so that they get stored in here. We need to finish the construction over here. That's taking a long time. I'm not really crazy about it. I'm really hoping that they're going to be able to actually utilize this. The road should be able to like interact with this one. Otherwise, I will have to like rotate it the other way around and try to think of something. I would still probably like to rearrange some of this infrastructure in here. Another road over here to be constructed. Hold on. And once this is done, I'm hoping that the repair is gonna run a little bit better.
Accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
We're definitely overworking this section, and it's starting to show with all the problems which I'm starting to experience. Seems like the resources are shared across, so that should not be an issue. But I should also consider theoretically moving a portion of the population from this location onto this location. So the food production is steadily gonna go up in order to feed the populace. And we're gonna need another warehouse for the electronics, and it seems like that's the only additional specialized resource in here. So everything else is the alloy itself. What did we get? We got alloys. Okay, interesting. Mars has those cryopods too, so we will have to research things in there. Neptune has also some science stuff, so our current mission is to repair the hull. Send expedition to the Jupiter. But we have not yet discovered Jupiter, so we will need to find where the planet is hidden, because I don't know if it's due to like the moon being cracked or something, but there's this sort of fog of space, if I can call it like that, and we're gonna have to find that gas giant in order to actually do this expedition, and we're kind of trying to restore the hull's integrity as well. So I'm really wondering how this is now working. Hull repair is at 93 thanks to these two Eve airlocks working simultaneously. Okay, so all of this should be able to be gathered in here. These three are now going to be able to keep producing food for our population. We have housing for 60 and we have 40 people. I think I'm going to shift like 20 over here. So let's see if we can do the migration. If we do 120, any crew sector 1 to sector 2. Now they're gonna start migrating, so they're still gonna have the accommodations necessary in order to be housed here. And population is cryonic center. We can theoretically cram it over here, but it would be probably better to stop overworking this one location because we are already having a lot of issues with the catastrophes that are happening as is. Now I'm trying to think if this would actually work out, but if I would build the cryo fabric here, it would be theoretically locking off this fourth entry point. I mean, already it's like blocked from the other side, so theoretically it should not really matter, and I should be able to accommodate this. So we do have the infirmary, we do have 4 houses, and hopefully we're going to be able to fulfill all of this. Maintenance, stockpile. Battery's too large here. We need the same space as for our housing, so 3 times 3. Could theoretically put down 1 battery over here. Build up some backup in case we would run into some sort of issues. And let's see, can we build a solar panel? Yes. In order to boost the energy which we are capable of working with. This is still operating here, so that's okay. I'm starting to think that maybe having a second dockyard that would allow me to have like more of the trading ships would be beneficial. So we're able to discover Saturn, but now I need to discover Jupiter. Okay, ice. I'm trying to look for where in the hell can it be potentially. Okay. It's kind of funny how... Okay, hold on. Let's see what's over there. This is still taking time. Let's speed up things a little bit. And let's start removing this road. We don't need it. It's just there for no good reason. And I will require to change a few things. Okay. So let's remove now all of this.
An accident has occurred in the typhoon.
Yeah, those accidents are no joke. Especially if they can tap into our reserve of iron, which we are trying to turn
a new request awaits your attention.
Into the alloys itself. Cryopods.
The team has completed a task.
Okay. So if we will construct this and put down the storage for these electronics, that should allow us to store them. Finish the cryostasis center, and there's the Jupiter planet. Okay, so finally was able to find it. So we were able to get 25 cryostasis pods and 30 science points. I have to take a look at what resources we have where. Don't have any iron. How is that even possible? Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to shift this to high priority. Turn off what other resources we don't have access to right now. Seems like our mining probe has nothing to do, so it would be nice if we would find like another decent deposit of something. And I do wonder if we will be leaving our solar system. Okay, hold on. Something science related is over here. So let's jump to Jupiter. Only thing over here is the polymers and the cryostasis pods, so that's okay. Can someone please take these things so that we can finish up over here? Thank you. I have to like go into the ship's view in order to do this. Should not be necessary, but okay. Seems like our alloys are running low. There are lots of cryonic pods in storage. Living with the knowledge that loved ones could potentially be alive in cryonics is not having positive impact on the crew. To ensure humanity's survival, the Techwin will need as many crew members as possible. Addressing the buildup of cryonic pods in these station stockpiles is recommended. Let's awaken 50 cryonic pods within 24 cycles. Okay, that's gonna be kind of funky to try and do. But I'm a sucker for punishment, and we will see. We will see. Hull's integrity currently is not being repaired because we do not have apparently sufficient quantity of alloys. But we do have iron on board. I'm gonna have to switch up the priority of the items that are being shipped. So, everything else will have to be secondary, and we need to seriously bring in a lot of iron. We need to boost that production.
An accident has occurred in the Typhoon.
And we're doing nothing but accidents?
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
We have a lot of these cryopods. Okay, so Sector 2. How do I work this? I have no idea. Notifications. Tutorial for the cryopods. Resources. Storage, supplies, transfer, population management. No. Power, workplace safety, space travel, hull, trust, game over, don't even tell me about it. Cryonic centers open cryonic pods, increasing your population with either workers or non-workers. Cryopods can be found during expeditions using your science ships. By default, newly awakened crew members will join the population of the sector in which they are awakened, but you can change this behavior within the cryonic center overview panel. Okay, so I'm not sure how the hell to do this. The tutorial needs a little more touch-up. The summary of intelligence of Hephaestus site. The coordinates received from the black box of Outer Hope have allowed us to successfully locate a Hephaestus construction facility on Jupiter. Transmission from the Ripley's team, using the encrypted channels of Dolo's communications protocol, found out the Outer Hope to access the Hephaestus site seems to have woken the resident BA diagnostic reveal that prior to the failure of the site's data archiving system, the facility has been inactive for several decades. Strangely, the industrial zone is currently powered and operational. So let's investigate. Okay, I need to figure out how to crack these suckers open. I wanna... Okay, so workers and non-workers, I guess. Can we somehow transfer resources from location 1 to location 2? Okay, we should be able to do this. So, cryonic pods. Send them to Sector 2. Let's see if that's gonna do anything, because we have 95 of them here, and if I will be actually receiving them in here, I'm gonna have to set up a little location. First of all, we should have iron, so we do have it in actually multiple locations. Okay. So, carbon, over here. You are bringing in the iron. Oh my god, you're only bringing like 30 in a trip. That's not enough. How much do we transfer So for 15 iron, we get 15. So one shipment or one trip gives us 30 alloys. That's gonna be tricky. How's our... Okay, can you disappear? How do I turn this thing off? What the hell? It's not disappearing. How do I shut this thing down? Okay, that was weird. So, if I would have more of these ships with the cargoes, it would be beneficial for me. There's 528, so that's quite a lot of trips if we would divide it by 30.
The team has completed a task.
So, is anyone shipping these things? Why is the stuff not being shipped? Okay, maybe now it's gonna go. Can you guys like transfer it or something? Because I see the cryopods, but nobody's doing jack squat. And I'm not sure what to do with that. So we have reached the automated construction site, which despite its age is still in good working condition. Although the Dolos technology here is recognizable, it is much more advanced than we have on board of Tiquin. In the control room for the site, we came across a mausoleum dedicated to Lyra Frost. The President BA identified us of Dolo's personnel and granted access to data records. These confirmed that the Hephaestus site was used to construct and house the advanced prototype of the Vol engine, codenamed Ixion. An engine of this type is currently moored to an EKG structure with the harness link. Our engineers say one of our mining ships could tow this. Attaching the Ixion engine to the Tiquin will restore our wall jump capabilities. Okay, so let's extract the thing from the atmosphere. It's gonna take 4 cycles. I need to figure out if we're starting to ship these things. I'm so confused with this, goddammit. What if I would just simply shut down the storage capabilities in here? Would that work? Would it allow me to start shipping the stuff? Yeah, I don't know what the hell do you want me to do, guys. I need you to ship this. Okay, it's showing me I have 0 here. But I'm so confused with this. Someone needs to explain these goddamn mechanics to me in a better fashion than the game is doing right now, because it's driving me up the wall. I feel like another workshop, maybe another battery, would be a useful thing to have in here. That way we might be able to fix multiple things simultaneously. But I seriously need to figure out what the hell to do with these cryopods, or how the hell do I open these fuckers. Because if I'm gonna get like 200 more of them, I'm not really sure what am I gonna be doing here. So each cryopod is worth 1 human. We have 95 of them. And for the love of fucking God, I don't know how the hell to ship this stuff. I'm trying to send it to Sector 2. Okay. Maybe now it's gonna work. Like, most of the time, what you're gonna do is the same thing which I'm doing. Trying to figure how the hell these mechanics are functioning, because I don't know. And it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. We're low on alloys, which is bad. We do have the iron, which is good. Hull integrity is being worked on. I don't know how to recover. We're sending the expedition to the Jupiter. That's done. Sector 2. Dude, I don't know what you want me to do here. I cannot click on this, so breakdown has occurred, which prevents proper functioning.
A sector is being overworked.
No shit, Sherlock.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, export to a sector. So we are in sector 1. And cryopods is the thing which we are talking. Okay. Sector 2. Can you do this freaking thing, or do I have to get pissed and build the cryo chamber somewhere around here? And by doing so, I will just then keep on sending population elsewhere. Like, what the hell do you want me to do here? 220 is the population limit or housing, and 130 is how many people I have in here. Now, I have no fucking idea how to transfer these people. Send them over. Do something. Stop pissing me off. Okay, so Tiquin needs to be in orbit of Jupiter, so we need to take Tiquin and actually make it go to Jupiter. For that Vol engine. At least this iron is gonna have a shorter trip to travel. Which is one benefit, I guess. High ice. Trying to see if there's anything else. These asteroids have been mined. Okay, we still need to wait for the ship to travel there. Oh yeah, so while the engine is going, everything is like shut down. Because we don't have batteries in here? Probably because we don't have batteries in here. These batteries are gonna, well, this one is gonna be depleted soon. This one has not even been finished. We're gonna need to bump up our steel production or do something. I don't know. Still not able to finish in here. What do you find? Uranus, okay. So I think there's only like Pluto which is missing, but I don't even recall if it was initially listed. So that sucks. Debris field transmission from Alejandro Ibanez. Probe data analysis. We have verified the data several times. We can confirm the existence of vast debris field covered in area of several thousands of kilometers. At the center of the field is colossal artificial structure, which even in its ruined state makes the Tiquin look like an insect. No signals have been detected. We have identified 3 areas of investigation. The core of the structure, a secondary structure that looks to be the remains of the destroyed loading dock, and partially dense area of debris field close to the other 2 sites.
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
Okay, quite a lot of stuff. So let's start preparing. And let's start fixing. And I seriously don't know how the hell to transfer these resources. Okay, so let's set it up to 90. And let's set it up to 0. Okay, something is now happening. Maybe I have started to figure this thing out. We're starting to see a increase in how many cryogenic chambers we have. So wakey wakey achievement. Stability. Let's go for this. We don't have the alloys. That sucks. We're gonna have to do something with this alloy manufacturing. It's just our hull integrity is consuming a lot of alloy, and I don't like it. Okay, so dismantle the surplus equipment at the Hephaestus site. And I don't know if Ripley needs to stay there or if we can... So it's currently investigating the event, so it has to remain in the orbit of Jupiter. Okay. I feel like demolishing the second Eve airlock would help us out. Question is if actually removing it and building a second steel mill will help us out.
Received a transmission from the Hephaestus PA.
We got 0 alloy on board, so... Okay, let's try this out. Let's break it down into the alloys, which we so desperately require. Let's see if we can cram in one more steel mill. Or if I'm horribly wrong.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Okay. Yeah, we are gonna be able to fit it in. So if I'll be successful with this,
A science ship team has completed
should be able to process the iron a little bit faster into alloys. Because remember, we don't have alloys in the second location at all.
And ready for installation. You are not designed to calculate your own vol coordinates. Ixion will only permit you to use previously generated coordinates or to follow the vol signatures of others that have crossed self-similar space. To make your existence worthwhile, you will need to find the coordinates of the exoplanet that Protagoras is looking for, Remus. Vanya was right about the echoes of the future. I bestow upon you this miracle, and with it, release myself so that I may embrace the sleep that was stolen from me.
Okay, so maybe I'm starting to understand, maybe not. But if I'll be able to start sending shipments of alloy into the second location, should allow me to theoretically start finishing the alternative light center and all these other houses. Because eventually we're gonna have an issue with overpopulation, so we definitely need that housing. We have collected so far like 1/5 of all the cryopods that we so desperately require. I'm really hoping that the second steel mill is gonna help us out with the alloy production here. This location is totally crammed in, so won't be able to do much more in here. We can do a polymer factory. Let's go for it. Because we are running low in here somehow. And the probes actually do cost polymers, so yeah. There's that. Okay, so the iron should be starting to be taken away in order for the Eve airlock to be able to do this, and for this location to receive shipments of alloy as well. There's very high risk of accidents. So I don't know if I need more people in here or what the hell is going on. 125.89 neutral conditions danger. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. If I would be able to do the second stability building instead of like one of the insect farms, it would probably help me out. And we can work towards the wall engine class Ixion. Okay, so there's lots of stuff. There's polymers, electronics, food, and alloys. Which means need to select all of this. And probably it would be nice if I would come across... Okay, hold on. This is sending me all sorts of weird signals. Where is it?
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
I know shit. I don't know how to prevent these. Right now, I do not know how to prevent these. Maybe I can send population over here. We have 92. So let's send 30 over there. Let's see if that's gonna help us out, or if it's gonna absolutely blow up in my face. Memorial. I would love it if I can actually queue up multiple texts, but I just don't see the option. So that kind of sucks. Solar panels have been done. Whoa, this looks beautiful, guys. With that Jupiter in the background, holy fudge. Okay, science ship, travel over there, I guess. I could have gone to the debris field, but what the hell? Sucker for punishment.
Population transfer complete.
I can see the comment section right now, but okay.
Warning. A sector is being overworked.
Now they're happy, and these guys are not. Trying to figure this out, like how the hell am I gonna
has arrived at its destination.
ram in whatever. I'm guessing eventually I will have to like reaccommodate a whole bunch of things, but at least we're able to start building up some supply of alloy. But I seriously do wonder if alloy from here can be transferred in here and be used for production of buildings, or how does this thing work? Because it seems like it's being transferred from this stockpile specifically. These two are working. Okay, so summary of Uranus. Our instruments have recorded abnormal thermal activity on Uranus. At this distance, we are unable to deduct or deduce its nature of source. Control, are you receiving us? We found a tree. It seems impossible in such environment. I've never seen anything like it. It's breathtaking. The tree sheds its leaves quite rapidly, but they reform almost instantly. Crystallizing from the branches, the root structure appears to sink deep into the planet. I hope you are receiving our images. Okay, carry out ecological analysis. The Ripley's team will fell the tree using strategically placed explosives. Let's go for it. Let's cut down the sucker. No idea what's gonna happen because of it, but what the hell. So we're trying to keep on discovering the cryopods. This thing could be now switched to something else, but the chances are if the ship is gonna pick up on the cryopods, might not have to. Space. Can we do like even more ships? No. Docking bay. In order to have more ships, sure, why the hell not? Energy-wise, it's gonna be a little iffy. But it seems like this thing is currently under construction. And once this is done, we're gonna be able to start working on the Vol engine. I'm not gonna do anything with the probe right now. So at least the two steel mills are busy. Okay, so there's multiple types of memorials. Wow, these things are freaking massive. Are you kidding me? Wow, the cryo chamber has actually broken down. Great. Great, great. I really would like to build more of the cargo ships, like 2 more maybe. Because if we have like 1 mining ship and it is able to come across location where there's like 500 iron, then obviously because it takes only like 30 supplies per trip, it's gonna take like 3 ships 1 round in order to clear this out, and yeah, that can be quite inefficient. Okay, so I'm looking for a high iron deposit. So let's try to look around the belt here. Science, food, carbon. Let's seek it all. Polymers. Let's research it. There's still a little bit of iron here. 2 more trips. And you can go to the debris field. Or theoretically, let's go to the asteroid belt first. The hull's integrity is not good. We need to change this. We need to boost it.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
I'm not sure how the hell am I going to do that.
Has completed its scan.
We don't have polymers, which is bad. I also don't see any carbon. So 2 more cargo ships, but without
is being overworked.
the polymer, not really possible.
Warning, hull integrity below 10%.
Yeah, if it's going to go even lower, we are kind of screwed here.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
I'm still trying to understand, like, when is it too much? When is it okay? What am I doing correctly? What am I doing incorrectly? We have detected signal broadcasting on Dolos frequency. It originates from mineral extraction station named the Stanford facility. Transmission from Ripley team member Mar Barista. We theorize that Stanford facility will contain many materials useful to Tiquin and its crew. However, in order to recover them, we will need to dismantle elements of the structure to gain entrance. A control center has been identified, but it's sealed off by a shuttle with a UN emblem stenciled over it. A message has been written beneath the emblem in an unknown language. We have no idea what does it say, but it's accompanied with a helical-shaped symbol. Dismantle part of the facility then, I guess. There's no iron right now? How is that even possible? Theoretically, polymers should be our priority, so everything else can be shut down. If we would be able to grab the polymers, it would help us out quite a lot, because that way we would be able to finish whatever we are constructing here. And maybe even make those damn ships. If we're lucky enough, I guess. We don't have carbon, so I cannot be producing polymers by myself. I'm like trying to figure out what to do, what to change, what to move, or whatever in order to make some sense out of this mess. I'm more afraid about the hull integrity. I'm quite sure that having 2 of the Eve facilities is absolutely necessary in order to maintain the ship's stability. Or for the hull integrity to maintain, because if it's gonna go completely down, I think it's gonna be a game over, and that would just piss me off. The game needs like a way better tutorial or some sort of explanation in order to let dumbass like me know what the hell am I doing wrong. Am I even building one of these? Probably not. And only once this is probably constructed, the maintenance will resume. So that's why we have seen such decrease in the hull stability, probably. Most likely. Okay, I'm acknowledging things which I don't even read. Man, I'm terrible at playthroughs. Why am I doing them? No, I'm just frustrated about the fact that I don't know how some of these mechanics are meant to be functioning. So I'm a little frustrated. I don't know if I need literally another goddamn storage.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Right. So the raw iron is still stored on board, and we are able to keep producing polymers for maintenance purpose. Working conditions. I don't know how the hell to improve the working conditions. Okay. Most buildings need workers in order to function. However, in the sector doesn't have enough workers. Its inhabitants' working condition will deteriorate in order to keep the facilities running correctly. What? Okay, hold on. We have 100 something and 153. Housing for 120, housing for 153. Let's migrate even more people, I guess, over into this sector since there's so many goddamn workers and frequent issues. Maybe that's gonna help us out, or maybe it's gonna blow up in my face even more. Okay, so there has been food, cryopods, science. So science at least is gonna get gathered. And this ship now has to travel a really long distance in order to get the polymers in. So this is why probably having multiple ships would be beneficial. There's quite decent not ice, but iron deposits there. I do wonder if for each ship individually we will have to select this. Yeah, probably. We're gonna have like multiple types of ships. Okay, so now none of this is...
Population transfer complete.
Okay. Workers are required for the sector. 255 and we have 163. I need more workers. This cryo thingy is not doing the thingy it's supposed to be doing. Is it like only changing one cryopod at a time, or what's the deal here? This thing will maybe be constructed eventually and we will be able to keep on fixing the hull's integrity. We need to increase it, definitely. So because I keep defrosting people like popsicles in here, I feel like I have to keep transferring population from this location over here. But both locations apparently have a lack of workforce.
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
The building is purging waste. No idea what that does, but okay. This just hurts when I see this. So we have polymers now stored in here, but I don't know how to make sure that these ships are gonna get constructed up in here without actual storage. And unfortunately nothing is aligning here for me. So maybe in here we can have polymers and I can again mess around with the transfer. So, polymers. Polymers. Okay, I need to... somehow set this up, but because I don't have the storage for polymers yet, maybe that's what's preventing me from being successful. I'm not sure. Okay, so now we are able to operate in two locations simultaneously for hull integrity. Let's just build this up. This is being fixed. This is still being defrosted. Can we do it like in bulk? Because literally if you show me a building which has like bunch of cryopods inside, I would expect that you are like defrosting a whole lot of them simultaneously. Hull integrity is the only thing being worked on, huh? Okay, let's now go to the debris field. There's still a bunch of planets which we haven't checked, but the debris field might be quite useful. Question is if we're gonna be able to establish those additional ships. Right now, polymers have not been transferred over, which sucks. Okay. I'm so confused with how these things are set up. So, 0. Okay, so here we need to have...
The ship has arrived at its destination.
This way, we are going to be able to now start transferring the polymers, correct? If they're going to make it over here, we're going to be able to start constructing the cargo ships so that they can start bringing in more resources. At least I hope so. 94, 179, 163. Where was that number? Like how much we need? 60 non-workers, 33 non-workers. In space are 7 of them. Where the hell did I found that information? Like, where do I need how many workers? Workers needed in Sector 1, 255, and the workers in Sector 1 active are 163, so we definitely need to send in more workers. Okay, so we have verified the data several times and we can confirm the existence of a vast debris field. So this is already the thing which I read. So investigate the core of the structure. All of these things are going to take quite a lot of time. We can do the survey of the dense debris because it's going to take the longest. Still have some polymers here. And I think at least one of these ships should be constructed. I'm still a little confused about the whole situation and when it comes to like transfer of resources, which sucks. But probably once we have like more ships, I will be able to set up multiple things, and so one ship can focus specifically just on, let's say, iron. One can focus specifically just on the cryopods. Another one can focus on a whole bunch of other things, and therefore multiple ships will be flying in and out from our base. What's this thing called? The Tiquin. I still think that this is the Ixion, but apparently I'm wrong. We have nothing assigned in here, which is not the best thing. The problem is we're not producing anything besides food in this location, so I'm not sure what to store in there. So I'll shut it down for now. Batteries would be nice because they will prevent the shutdown of the location when we will again be moving from point A to point B or something. Okay, now we have the second ship, so...
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Let's turn off food and this, and the second ship can focus on electronics, food, and the iron. So now we're gonna have like multiple ships starting to move from point A to point B. These accidents are absolutely annoying. The funniest thing is that I still need to just get more people. And maybe if I would like transition or move 40 people? Nah, because we don't have the housing for that. 20 people would get us 299, so almost 200. Okay, let's store the additional food. And we're gonna have to somehow start production of our own polymers. Unfortunately, I'm not really thrilled about the shape of the factory, although over here it would actually work. And we would have to accommodate... If I would utilize all these electronics here, the benefit would be that it would free up the space for me to start stocking up carbon. Still have...
Transfer complete.
Transfer of population has been successful. So now they're happy. Here they are neutral. Conditions are dangerous because we don't have enough people, I guess. This is almost done. Resources are being shipped in.
Has completed a task.
Okay. Investigate the core. Still quite a lot of iron. Sources to mine. And resources to collect. Resources to mine. There's just ice to be mined still. So once the iron has been utilized, should be able to do this. Okay, now let's think. I think I'll switch this to the carbon.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
In order for me to be able to then receive it here.
Team has completed a task.
Definitely need polymers. Or alloys, sorry. And I will need to receive the carbon in order to store the polymers. Or produce them.
We are ready to follow the traces of the protagonists through self-similar space using the frequencies recovered from Outer Hope's black box.
Okay, so debris field data summary. The wrecks of shuttles float everywhere. Must belong to UN. Though there are some bearing acronym BMS, despite the many hazards potential. Psychological impact from presence of human corpses. The Ripley team was able to locate and salvage resources. First visual reveal a huge damaged structure surrounded by arches that have detached from their central axis. These arches show extreme signs of deterioration. The structure is covered in traces of explosive residue, collision impacts, and scarring from unknown weaponry. After exploring the few areas of the structure that remain accessible, the team of the Ripley spotted a number of salvageable resources near ruined assembly area. Further analysis is possible, but will take time. Investigate the ruined assembly area.
Adapted for the new Ixion class engine. The Tycoon is now fully equipped to pursue our main objective. Ensure humanity's survival by finding the habitable exoplanet named Remus.
Okay.
Warning. A sector is being overworked.
The thing is, I don't want to leave here because I see the potential of still being able to gather a whole bunch of things. Okay, we need a storage depot for the raw iron, apparently. I'm gonna need something for carbon. Something for here. And the iron will have to be transferred from here to here. So cool stuff.
A science ship team has completed a task.
So sector 1. Wait, sector 2. Okay. Minimum 0. Iron. So let's keep on transferring the iron, I guess. Polymers are coming in. 0 carbon has arrived, which is kind of bad.
No more resources available to mine.
That sucks. Okay, after examining, the Ripley team concluded that the site was evacuated prior to its destruction, finding uniforms and equipment bearing the insignia of different organizations. It appears that this facility is property of UN. Strangely, a number of embalmed bodies were found in secluded area. The team was unable to determine the cause of outcome of the conflict. We have managed to recover further resources. These have been packaged for extraction. Holy crap, 250 cryo. Wow, okay. That's a lot of cryo. Still need carbon. Apparently, we are not receiving any carbon whatsoever.
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
I would love to change that in order for us to have our own polymers.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, let's do this. And the population. I'm gonna leave the entrance to these 4 locations open, just in case I would decide to crack this fucker open. Because you never know. This thing is still not done. $45, we have 42. That won't do. Okay, so science points are gonna get extracted, which means we are now gonna be able to conduct the research. Fix this. And I'm thinking we need to switch to priority here. That's a lot of cryo chambers. This can be removed. I don't care about ice right now because I'm not using it for just about anything. And we can launch the probe. There was something over here which caught my attention. Okay, let's send it over there. Theoretically, if we would be able to mine a large quantity of iron from here, it would be awesome for our alloy production and for the maintenance of the ship's hull.
A probe has completed its scan.
Sputnik. Okay, that's an achievement. 528 and 55. Interesting. Mine also this. Polymers should be high priority for both ships.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
So that's the second priority. Okay, So the cryopods, iron, and polymers are priority number 1, and everything else priority number 2. At least for now. I don't really feel like jumping into a brand new sector because there's just so much stuff to be done here still. And I feel like I would be missing out on like the cryopods and population. And if we just jump into like a brand new solar system, God knows what's going to happen there. And chances are we will not come across more population for us to potentially defrost. Okay, I'm trying to figure out why are the polymers not coming in. Having some carbon would be nice, that's for sure. Our iron deposits are completely gone. But they're bringing that in.
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
That's all that keeps happening. You guys gotta knock it up with these explosions. And there's not even like, I believe, difficulty setting up. So I'm not really sure if I'm that bad or if I just need like a better understanding of the mechanics. I'm quite sure it's somehow my fault. I mean, because I don't have the answers. I'm not sure how to improve. So let's try to grab the polymers. That will resolve at least our iron issue. Seems like it.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
That's the mining ship. I don't see the request, so... What do you mean food? But we do have food. They're not starving. We're literally like overflowing with that stuff.
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
Okay, permanent minus to the happiness. We do have some homelessness, apparently. It should help fix that. Factories, electronics, silicon. The question is, are we fixing it or are we building it? I'm not sure right now. But if I would get that additional cargo ship, I would be super ecstatic. So please fix this. Still no carbon. How is that even possible? Okay, so show me like a high carbon deposit then. Blow my mind, because we seriously need to start producing polymers, and I feel like I have brought over absolutely zero carbon whatsoever right now. And there is actually carbon.
A probe has completed its scan.
Okay, but this carbon will need to be mined, correct?
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Of course it has. I'm running this faster right now because I'm trying to decide like what the hell to do. or what would benefit me. And how the hell is it that we have Sector 2 crew starving since there's literally food? Do I need to provide more mess halls? Let's try it. Maybe it's gonna help out. Even here we have 2 mess halls. But I do have access to food, so we are capable of feeding the population. Maybe it's just because we need like 19 or God knows how many in one cycle, and this building is maybe able to only accommodate a certain amount of it. I don't know. I'm guessing here. I do not know. So we have homelessness still. $21. That should be fixed. 187. Transfer 10. I would need to somehow miraculously gain access to upgraded versions of either these stockpiles or something in order to start rearranging the buildings and the infrastructure. God knows if that would solve anything.
New upgrades are available for research.
Colonization Training Center. Prepares crew of colonization attempts. Colonists are trained in groups of 15 every 5 cycles. Using 1 electronic. Transforms 15 ice into 40 water. Can transform either 50 waste into 50 alloy, 50 waste into 20 polymer. Okay, waste treatment center sounds like the shit. A fire station sounds good too. A crop farm, a mushroom wall, a cell housing.
Complete.
Okay, wow. A DLS center. But all of these suckers like cost a crap ton of science points, and that's why I kind of feel like I need to go to these other planets and try to figure out what's going on. But because the episode is already long enough, I'm gonna be probably cutting it off over here before I kill everyone. And so if you want to see how this is gonna turn out, then make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Any advice which you have for me, I'm gonna be highly appreciative of it. So do let me know, and let me know if you have picked up this game and what is your opinion about it. I will be more than happy to read about it. And thank you all for watching. Stay safe out in there in the meantime, because remember, nobody can hear you scream in space or something weird like that. And on that creepy note, bye bye.